Where's that blasted salami? I can smell it. Ah, all it needs is slicing.
While you're at it, fix one for me.
You took me away from my busy business I had to take care of.
What business would that be?
You already know what I'm doing.
Hunting down those pigs again?
Yes. And don't forget, I also got those two locations.
What about the third location?
That's a work in progress right now, okay?
Anyway.
I tried to turn them to Patty Face's Wine and Dine.
The old car wash where people hold Smash tournaments secretly? It's not so secret?
I'm trying to turn that to the Tag Face Esports Arena. Esports Arena.
Anyways, welcome to the first episode of Season 2 of Taviradio SatAM. I am your beloved lycanthrope co-host. Maybe not so beloved. Lycan Jones.
People like you.
Also known as Lycan Moans, Bones Jones, and Lycan Bones the Bone Man himself.
The Wolf Bone himself.
The Wolf Bone himself. With me is the man, the mist, the Legrand, Taviradio Frunkle, aka Tavi Face. The man whose very podcast radio show, which is broadcast all across Bumblerville at Saturday morning when it's live, broadcast live only, as opposed to Sunday PM or Sun PM.
People say I'm wasting city funds by installing all those PA systems all over the town.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
You couldn't. Also, all those potholes being filled up. Anyways, this is Tabby Face, the man himself.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Are you ever worried about Jod coming back? Because wasn't Jod's nickname the man himself? To the point where somebody in the friggin' comments of one of your videos is like, I want more of the man himself, Jod.
That's where it came from.
Oh.
And then we just start referring to him as the man himself. Which in reality has no meaning, in my opinion. What does that mean, the man himself?
He's his own man.
I mean...
Anyways, these PA systems. So you chose to install PA systems as opposed to, like, fix potholes.
People can drive around it.
No, they can't. Some of the locals have started to, like, fill it in with manure. And, like... And old dino egg oatmeal that expired. And you know what happens? Those pigs cross the border and eat the oatmeal fillers.
Well, if you guys already didn't know...
Also the manure fillers.
Well, pigs eat anything.
Yeah.
They're filthy, abominable creatures.
They have no... You could put a pig in a spiked helmet or a white hood and they still won't swear loyalty to you.
Yeah.
How long until they betray Tarumo?
No, they won't betray one of their own. They're only loyal to themselves.
Are you kidding me? Pigs, like, straight up betray each other all the time.
Well, until means justify the end.
It is a snake pit. Snakes are more loyal to each other than pigs.
No, snakes eat each other and fight each other.
Yeah, but so do pigs.
That's why I installed the crocodile mode around Slovakia.
You're making it harder for people who want to escape from Jod's clutches to immigrate back to America.
That's why we have the Papers, Please die out there. There's only one way in and one way out. And no one wants to go in.
Was he a guy? Okay, was he a guy or was he always a crocodile wearing the tattered suit of a man who was there?
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, you still got a guy manning the border patrol. It's a crocodile wearing a hat and a uniform.
Either my guy Frank mutated, or this new crocodile guy is really doing his job. And I have to say, I'm really paying every dollar that's worth.
Well, you got a crocodile guy there.
Everybody knows that crocodiles eat pigs. So
who doesn't? I was telling you, over the Snack Anime weekend, after what happened with these pigs, I'm thinking maybe it's time I consider eating some of these pig boys.
I don't know. I'll probably drop you off in the full moon out in the middle of Swanson Rocky. I'll helicopter you over there.
Yeah.
Drop you in.
Anyways, so welcome to new episode of the new season.
Welcome to season 2, guys.
Yeah, it's been we had a fine break.
Everybody's been missing us.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yep.
Either I get the Tav, what is all these shit on your channel? No one wants to watch your stupid ass podcast. Why do you have 2 of them?
And then,
Or I get the Tav, please bring this. Tav, please, you need to come back.
we miss you. We love you. Also, more Mule Boys, please. Also, tell Lycan to get off his butt and make more videos. I don't care what they are.
I was actually, I haven't told the story yet on either podcast, but I actually was cuckolded by someone while I was trying to talk to this one girl at my college campus.
Oh no.
So, new semester of college.
You know, I listened to a thing saying that the bravest thing a man can do is
admit to his YouTube channel.
no, it's the bravest thing. Like more than die for your country, more than like die for your family, is to allow yourself to be cuckolded.
Well,
it takes a lot of balls to be cuckolded, man.
Well, who was much more braver, the man who got cuckolded, or Goku sacrificed himself?
Unless Goku got cuckolded by Cell, I don't want to hear about it.
I don't know. Cell's a handsome guy.
Yeah, you think Chi-Chi would go for that?
I mean, to be fair, he is 10% Goku.
He probably would. I don't know. He could probably have a job. He could be an accountant. He's smart enough. Anyways, what's this cuckolding story you brought to me today?
So, first semester, return of the semester. I'm coming back into college. I gotta get my degree.
Yeah.
So I can be a proper mayor and be allowed into the mayoral Senate office or whatever.
So what? You govern the place from the bathroom or what?
Well, anyway.
Wait, is that why that stall is always out of order? Is that your office?
Yeah.
Well, now I know where you are when I ask for you.
Well, I got multiple offices.
Now I know where to go to ask for these fucking potholes to be filled.
Listen up.
Look, man, nothing.
I'm glad that the people are taking care of that because I'm busy with my esports arena. I'm busy with my pizza restaurants. I'm busy with that. I'm busy with the crocodile, with the crocodiles.
I think that situation handled itself, but a poor man might be dead or mutated. You should look into that. Investigate that crocodile right now. That's it. I'm gonna start sending letters to your this acting government in charge of this fucking town to investigate what's going on with that fucking crocodile.
So far, no one's noticed it for you. I barely noticed. He still had the same.
Whatever. Anyways,
hey, Frank, going to do a job, and he just kind of dropped back at me. I'm like, yeah, that's Frank, all right. Everybody around town has no problem with it.
Okay, so about this cuckolding sports arena.
So, for semester college coming back, I was trying to smooth talk to her. I'm like, oh, this shit's cool. Let me talk to her about her Kingdom Hearts shirt.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah. I'm like, let me get there, all right.
All right.
So, you know what? Let's have I made some new friends. Maybe rebuild my office a bit. So, I'm talking to this chick with the Kingdom Hearts shirt. We're talking for a little bit. Some dude that, I went to high school with.
Oh, no.
Remember, this was a friend of Marcolis and Alfredus.
God.
I think. I'm not sure what relation he had with them.
Mm-hmm.
But he recognizes me because I used to film around the high school campus.
Oh, God. Go on.
So, I'm talking to this chick.
Trying to schmooze her. Got it.
This motherfucker. I don't know. He comes out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey, tell your face."
Oh my god!
And then he approaches me, and I'm not sure if he's just stupid or if he's doing this on purpose. But he's like, "Man, where's all the mule boys at? No one wants to see this. No one wants to see these. No one wants to see these podcasts. No one watches this shit."
Wait, he said that out loud in front of this girl.
Yeah.
He's instead of saying Taviradio Frunkel, my good friend, Mayor. He's like, oh man, it's Tabby Face from the Tabby Face TV show in the internet.
He starts talking about man, you need to do prank videos. That stuff makes a lot of money.
What the fuck?
And then as he's talking, I look over the girl. She just looks like She looks just so uninterested, and she just starts walking away. I'm like, bro, I'm out here trying to build an office.
Trying to make connections, get people into the voting booths to make sure they keep me in power.
Oh, no, there's no voting. You know that.
Well, way to go, Putin.
Well, some things you have to learn from your enemies. All I'm glad is that the town does its own fundraising.
No, finish this. Is that it to this cuckolding story?
Yeah, either way, that's how. And then, Blazing Beats' girlfriend one time told me this, I think literally, at the time of this recording a couple days ago. She's like, you need to, he's like, no one watches your streams, and she's referring to the podcast as like they're.
What the fuck?
No one watches this. We need to put it on Mule Boy.
What the fuck?
I'm like.
When are you gonna put on a Mule Boy? No one watches these streams.
Yeah, I'm like, you mean podcast? Like, yeah, no one watches that shit.
You don't watch it; they listen to it. You dumb hoe.
I'm like, come on.
Oh, by the way, I used the word dimp at work one time. He's like, I called someone a dimp. One of my guys on my crew.
What's that mean?
Yeah, somebody actually was like, what's that mean? It's like, I don't know. I made that word up.
I mean, did you make that word up, or did Jod make that word up?
I misinterpreted a word that Jod said.
He said dip, and you thought he said dim.
I like dimp more.
When you say dimp, I think about the guys that made like Street Fighter 4 dimps.
So I have a. Before we move on, I made a discovery. This goes all the way from 2008. So I went on
It was 10 years ago today.
Yeah. So
I've been liking the band to play.
I taught them to pay. So
yeah,
I went
these goddamn potholes. I'm not gonna do it.
So I went for some reason. The phrase "impy and chimpy," which is what Ned Flanders mistakenly calls the Itchy and Scratchy Show, on the episode where Homer voices the beloved character Poochie. According to him, he says, "Homer, that's the best episode of Impy and Chimpy I've ever seen." And I looked up, I wondered, I was obsessed with the phrase "impy and chimpy," and I just Googled it, and Urban Dictionary popped up, and this is from May 2004, and it's this is the top definition. Mistaken name for Itchy and Scratchy, Ned Flanders bellowed while watching the Poochie debacle. That's the best episode of Impy and Chimpy I've ever seen. From one Neil Miser, May 6, 2004. 4 thumbs up, 6 thumbs down. It's 50 votes per total. But that was written in 2004 on the internet for Urban Dictionary.
What? Six thumbs up, 10 thumbs down?
No, just that the fact that somebody input Impy and Chimpy and then felt like they needed to give it a whole definition on Urban Dictionary in 2004. Then the following year, on April 18th, 2005, by a man, or not a man, I'm not going to say that, by a person named Chid, they wrote, "Imp is a minion of the underworld, a worthless servant, a bitch to do the cleaning." Chimpy, quite obviously, originates, they meant to say originates, from the word chimpanzee, but Chimpy describes a person that has chimp-like features. The two can be used together to describe a devilish duo that although may seem mentally challenged when separate, together they are a deadly combination and can be perceived as being relatively normal. Oi, you imp! Hey, he looks well, Chimpy. And then Impy and Chimpy have been up to their old tricks again.
What is this? Why did someone have to break down what Impy and Chimpy meant?
What the fuck?
Couldn't we just accept the fact that it was just something that Flanders said?
Right, and that's why it's the top definition. Guess how many votes this has?
How many?
4 thumbs up, 23 thumbs down.
Yeah, some dumb motherfucker.
And then on Reddit, someone wrote,
"Oh my god.
Homer,
why are we breaking down Impy and Chimpy?"
Homer, I can honestly say that's the best episode of Impy and Chimpy I've ever seen. Yeah, someone replied, a person named Slow Rolla wrote down, or replied, "Yeah, I should be very proud, Homer. We've got a beautiful home here." Peebo Sanchez also replied, "When are they gonna get to the fireworks factory?" And Pre-Cooked Bacon replied to that with, "Quiet, you're missing all the jokes." Lemif said, remember kids, always recycle to the extreme! And also, wow, that Poochie is one rockin' dude! And that's all I'm going to say about my obsession with Impy and Chimpy. I'm going to copyright that and make it into my own knockoff show. And
About an imp and a chimp?
yeah. And just, obviously sent the animation out to some Eastern Bloc country. I'm thinking...
Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, no, I don't want to support their government. It'd probably be better if I support an actual dictatorship in Belarus than...
So there was controversy with the geography videos we started to put out.
Oh yeah, I predicted this would be the case, and actually we let Saber, when he came by, take a look and inspect the figures. He approved them.
I think we should have sold them at Sci Anime.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen.
Who would have bought them?
The
masses?
Probably that crocodile named Frank.
Okay, well.
He's a big fan of my show.
So moving on, I got a cosplay update. Two things.
Oh.
The Mariah saga continues.
Oh my god, my favorite Dragon Ball saga.
Mariah, aka
Has reached perfect
Mariah
form.
Malad,
Has
or
reached
Malad,
has she reached her fourth
aka
form?
Momokun, aka Tav's archenemy and Terumo's wife.
Has she reached her fourth form?
If by fourth form you mean become a cam girl, then yes.
Oh my god, I heard about this.
So she made it a Camversity account, along with her friend Vamps, aka Vamplet. AKA Bert, I'm scared. Let's get out of here.
Bart, I'm scared. Mark, I'm scared. Let's get out of here. Shut up.
Shut up. What do you want it?
What do you-
Terumo. Magic. Wrong answer. Anyways, she and her friend made a Camversity account, and
I heard they're
it
really bad.
was a shit show
Yeah.
for Mariah.
I heard it was really bad.
Apparently, everyone really likes Van Plet. She's nice and cool to people on her streams. She chats and is just an overall friendly and cool person, except for the fact that she's friends with Mariah and is and has frequently defended her immoral actions. Mariah herself, though, her streams are one.
Well, everybody needs a friend.
Yeah, I guess. Mariah, on the other hand, has had a bad time because anyone who showed up mostly showed up to troll her because she deserves it, I guess. Which, to be fair, she does. She's an awful person and does not learn, and has her head too far up her own ass to know that she's hurt people and cannot admit to ever being wrong. Even when she does admit,
This is my call for Turumo because I know he's listening. Turumo, it's best you lock her up in a Schlotzenvakian cell and throw away that key, or I'll go in there and take care of this issue myself. This is my proposition to you, and I'll remove the crocodile moat, and I'll move Frank to city council instead.
Your move, Terumo. So, yeah, as soon as she went on, initially her fans were like, yeah, show me them titties. And
Wait, she actually going nude on the things? Or no?
Apparently she's, some people have gotten a glimpse of what people have referred to as her pepperoni-sized nipples.
Pepperoni pizza.
Pepperoni pizza. That sweet pepperoni.
One time in high school, I heard a conversation of we're teenage boys, and I was just overhearing this conversation between these boys. We're playing soccer, but a bunch of them were grouped up by the goal, and they're like,
firing squad, got it.
They're like, man, you don't know about Black Lady in Sacramento. Then they have the best nipples ever. The pancake size are really good. Oh.
Jesus Christ! I'm gonna kill myself.
And they're like, nah, man. White. They're like, man, nah. White women got the best nipples in town.
Yeah, they're as big as quarters. No. God, they sound like my coworkers. They talk about stuff like this all the time. They're not fun. They can be fun.
But when are you going to go on the intercom and go, ha!
I went on the intercom and played...
Mamma mia.
No, I played... He moaned at least this loud. Oh! Anyways.
So it's been really bad.
So yeah, it went really bad. Everybody who wasn't a fan, which was a lot of people, showed up to troll her. There were rumors of crying, angry, like chatting, and some nip slips, and also like not just being herself on her cams, which means like just being not a pleasant person, but trying to be like sexy, but also spending most of her time checking up on her friend Vamp's streams by pretty much like texting her and like pretty much like just setting up her camera so people will look at her while she like talks to her friend who's actually engaging and doing a proper stream.
One of the funniest things.
But also, here, oh, go ahead. I got a
memes.
little reveal for you here.
One of the funniest memes ever is that recently she did a Summer Tamamo cosplay shoot, and
Yeah.
one of the memes is her like.
Yes, I saw that.
And so many people were just posing, and that's like Dark Souls bosses.
Oh, so, my favorite one is Mom says it's my turn to use the Xbox.
The funny thing is, she's cosplaying a character I really like, and that way, and so I hate it.
Yeah, that's how it is. I'll get to my other cosplay update.
Come on, Mariah. I just sent it her 3 times already on my mobile game. Give me a break. Give me a break. Now you make me feel bad for spending the town budget on Fate Grand Order.
Anyways, so there's that, and the other thing is, I actually watched some people's recordings of these streams. There's nothing to see here.
Are they on YouTube or?
They're not on YouTube. You know where they're gonna be.
I gotta do some research later in my office.
Yeah. Yeah. You okay there, Mr. Mayor? I'm not done yet! Ah!
He moaned this loud.
Anyways, so yeah, I saw them. It's mostly her in like either a hoodie or a low-cut top, or those weird fad bikini tops that are just like tiny like triangle tops that are only meant to really cover the nips. That almost every cosplayer who does like a striped bikini cosplay.
Can we give a quick shout out to Bunny Yumi and Swimsuit Succubus for actually like
Coming out, yeah.
For actually putting her on blast constantly.
Yeah.
Quick shout out to Christina Applegate.
Yeah. So yeah, she did that. I watched them. There's one where she just fucking eats ramen.
Oh, now we're talking. Now she's appealing to my demographic.
She really is trying to do the whole like, I'm trying to be like a
What?
BB. She's trying to appeal to like one. She's like using body positivity as like a way to like, excuse the fact that she's not in like what people prefer is like the shape for like lewd cosplays or sexy cosplays, but also like often says I'm making an effort to lose weight, but really doesn't. She just gets lipo, and then she just has like poor eating habits, which is why she's constantly gaining weight to the point where like like she's using it as an excuse to like stay fat, which is fine. You know, you could be overweight if you want. You know,
Nobody cares.
nobody cares. But like, also don't like. You also don't have to make a big deal about it and talk about like body positivity.
If you want to do a mukbang stream, Mariah, then just do a mukbang stream.
She's wanted to do that, but she also wanted to like make it a little sexual. So to try to get the like attract some of the kinksters out there, the same way our other favorite cosplayer Noodles is trying to appeal to the lolly fetishists and foot fetishists.
The top viewed poutine video on YouTube is ASMR poutine.
Anyways, so that's it for the Mariah. Her Camversity stuff is a disaster. I don't know if she's still continuing with it.
I hope she is. I gotta tune in for a stream.
Apparently, it's very good for Vamps, who is just killing it. Because she's actually worth, I don't know, maybe not worth watching, but she's definitely more pleasant to watch, and is a pleasant personality to chat with. Moving on, second cosplay update. The former Forbidden One, who's now granted access in terms of like talking about Noodles, Invader Noodles, aka Natasha, or if you go on certain forums, who will not be named here, no buzz marketing, for at least fucking forums that I don't agree with a lot. But they like to call her Natitty. Which I'll tell you the origins of that right now. Apparently, one of the posters on this forum, it has a personal connection to her in that she's like related or very close friends with our in Noodles' Nudes' best friend, PKC, aka Pastel Kingdom's Cosplay. I think they go by something else now, but PKC roughly. They're like related to her in some way, and because of that, like she has a personal stake in her, in that this person is a horrible human being. I want everyone to know that she's evil, and she's ruining my friend's life by taking advantage of her, and I just can't seem to help my friend, but now I'm going to take it upon myself to like make sure people know that she's awful, but also she has the inside scoop for anybody who wants to know some stuff. She also trolled her once when they were playing Cards Against Humanity over Skype between her, PKC, and her boyfriend.
Oh, what'd she do?
She just made a joke about Natasha's breasts, and everyone laughed except her, including Natasha's boyfriend at the time. Anyway, so cosplay-wise, Nudes made up an OC that's meant to appeal to the LGBTQ plus crowd, but that still is clearly aimed at straight dudes on the internet, specifically straight neckbeards who are interested in her work.
See, and that's why I shaved the neckbeard now.
Yeah, I know. I see that. Yeah, Season 2 Tav has facial hair now, which is why at the end of Season 1, I drew Tav with some facial hair. Yeah, as we were uncovering that fucking footlocker full of Hudson Hawk DVDs.
Which I handed out to the citizens of Bonneville as and I just left in their mailboxes.
Yeah, not bad. They'll have fun. Hey, it would have been worse. Could have handed everybody a CD copy of The Return of Bruno, Bruce Willis's failed jazz album.
Oh, but if you notice, I've been blasting out on the town speaker all
Jesus fucking Christ! Good thing I don't listen to Bumble Public Radio.
Yeah.
Anyways, even though I work for it,
I mean, yeah, but
I read the news, and by read the news, I read the back. I read the backs off of Chinese restaurant menus. These people have no idea what's going on in our fucking country. They just know about the price of wonton soup.
What's the price of wonton soup?
$4.25. It's a big bowl.
Oh, that's pretty good. Let me get it.
Yeah.
I don't know, like at around 4 a.m. I play the Return of Bruno.
So in between your anime soundtracks, you just blast the Return of Bruno in the wee hours.
Yeah.
Those poor night workers. Oh, God, I feel bad for the graveyard shift people. Anyways, back to...
We have not done a single complaint.
Okay, well...
And people can write in.
Okay, well... right. If you want Tav to continue or stop playing The Return of Bruno, please write in the comments. We'll read them off to show Tav that people don't want that fucking album. Which, by the way, it's not bad. It's just stupidly mediocre. It's like... Anyways.
After this... if people do want me to stop playing Return of Bruno, then I do have an alternate soundtrack. I'll play the soundtrack to... I'll play the soundtrack of American Dragon Ball Z, the first Funimation dub with the electronic stuff.
Nah, that's not bad. God, just an entire episode with like just the audio of an entire episode? That's some good radio drama.
I'll play the entirety of the Cell Saga. Of the Cell Saga over the radio for the next couple weeks. I think that's how long it's gonna take.
Wow. Anyways, so yeah,
the full Cell fight is 4 hours.
Wow. So she came up with a new OC. It's all rainbow colored again to appeal to the LGBTQ crowd. But it's again like the way she's portraying herself and the fact that she just hates other women. Betrays like her intentions and exposes or betrays the initial intention of it and exposes her true like what her true goal is, which is to get men who have no standards to get horny off of her. That's all it is. I don't see any like.
Could you imagine making it? Could you imagine being Invader Noodles, posting that stuff, going to convention? You run across this next.
She doesn't go to conventions anymore.
All right, previously going to convention, some large boy, maybe my size, maybe a little bigger, with a neck beard, wearing a Final Fantasy VII shirt with the logo way too small because he bought it online and it was meant for a smaller size.
Yeah.
Khaki shorts.
Yeah.
White socks.
I see it. Body pillow.
Bun. Or a little rat tail ponytail.
There we go. I know the type.
Alright. He walks up to Invader Noodles and is just like, oh, I love your work. I masturbated 5 times.
Oh, God! I think they would be a bit more couth before.
I really enjoy watching your images at night to myself. You really bring hope in my world.
Yeah, she would be grossed out, but then immediately ask for people to respond that in the comments, anyways, on her Instagram. She's a very two-faced person. She will adjust her persona.
If you were a lewd cosplayer and you put out stuff like this, and someone in your comment section said yes, I actively masturbate to this, along those words, at least once a night or something, or once.
Well,
would you be okay with that?
If I'm doing lewd cosplays, it's so. I don't know. I would feel conflicted because on one hand, I understand what people will get out of this, but also I have to understand that if I'm doing this to show off, I have the confidence to show off my body, and I'm proud of it, and I want others to see it. I guess in these cool lewd cosplays, I don't know, man. But for me, the thing about Noodles is that everything rings untrue about her. She just does things because it's what she thinks the masses want, and it will be what people will most likely click at.
Listen
if she has to do foot fetish shit, she'll do it. She tags a lot. She does insert a couple of foot fetish stuff into her cosplay sets for that crowd. She's trying to she's she's casting a wide net to get as much attention as possible, as well as money as possible, but at the expense of not committing at all to any of these kinks and giving people the illusion that she's into it, but also at the same time being so inauthentic. I mean, well, it's not the same time. She's just being inauthentic about it. But that's one thing. Her fake gay OC, which is really meant for straight people, straight men mostly, because we know she hates women.
Maybe that's why she doesn't go on the podcast. She just wear the Yuri's on it. Which is a theory that's been in the back of my head.
You can talk about that in a bit about your Natasha update here, or unless you want to keep that private.
I don't want to say too much about it.
You just brought it up right now.
I did. For people that don't know, I've been trying to get Natasha to actually appear on Mule Boy. I've been in the talks with her. I've actually talked to her before. She has.
We made jokes about it a few times on the podcast.
Yeah, and we sadly. I think at this point, just to be real with you guys, I think she's honestly expecting me to pay her money. Because last time I talked to her about this, she did say, "Well, you're not even paying me to do this."
This is to be a guest on FM too.
Yeah, not on SatAM, because she wanted to see an episode, and I'm like, "Oh shit, here's the deciding factor: do I show her an episode of SatAM where we talk shit about her, or do I show her FM where I don't even mention her?" And I decided to show her FM because I'm like, okay, that's a safer route. Because I'm pretty sure if I showed her an episode of SatAM, she would not appear.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure Lycan would also eat her.
So. No, I have standards, man.
Oh. Yeah.
But I don't eat bad meat. Anyways.
That's my Natasha update. Other than that.
So she turned Tav down, people. She deemed Tav.
She turned her down. You guys should go on a witch hunt for necessary.
Yeah, but she also, the way she turned you down, too, is, she kind of lied to you, a few times. But
yeah, she did. But I won't talk about that. Either way, she just said, she was going to be busy, involve family stuff, and that's it.
Okay. And so, the main thing I want to talk about, not besides her...
She's also a fake-ass gamer girl.
Yeah. For sure. But the main thing I want to talk about is that she got tattoos.
Oh,
she got 2 new tattoos. Previously, she'd gotten a tattoo made that was given to her by a friend. I guess she had a buddy who knew how to either do stick and point and stick tattoos, which is like they do tattoos what is considered either the old-fashioned way, which is like
Prison way now.
or often some of the people in this forum jokingly call it the prison tat.
The prison tat.
But anyways, she had like one on her wrist. It's like a little broken heart. It's not well done. It looks exactly like a prison tat because the fucking like lines bled into her skin. Doesn't have crisp lines at all.
It probably hurt a lot.
I guess.
Probably hurt like a bitch.
Yeah. The other thing so she got two new tattoos done a bit more professionally. I wish the tattoo artist who gave her these would have consulted her about what these would look like. But again, tattoo artists are just kind of there to
whatever you want, man.
Yeah. They're not there to like advise people not to get certain things. I mean, a good one will, but ultimately it's for the call of the person to make and not really the tattoo artist.
I know
in the end.
A friend, for example, with a tattoo on his upper arm or something, bicep.
Yeah.
And it looked so bad because he tried to do like this like Christian cross thing, and then the tattoo artist messed it up, and then he tried to make it into something else. And by now, with what he's made with it, it looks like a part of Cabal's burnt skin from Mortal Kombat.
I like that a great deal.
So it looks like he's doing a Cabal tribute over here.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You know,
I'm a big Cabal fan.
I like Cabal too. He's a good guy.
So, anyways, so her first tattoo. I don't know which order she got them in, but I'll start from like what she revealed. And I think she posted the second one. But I guess the response to it was so bad that she had to take it down and stick with the only one currently up on her Instagram. But her first one, as far as I know, the one that's still visible on Instagram, was a tattoo of a name, specifically the name Greg Hollywood. Greg and Hollywood written in two different fucking fonts that don't go together. With Greg written this kind of more like ornate font, and then Hollywood written the kind of like cursive kind of font. So you got this kind of blocky, ornate, like old timey letters, and mixed right below it, fucking cursive, like beautiful, like Edwardian ass, like font ass script, right below, and it doesn't match and doesn't look good. And also, who is this Greg Hollywood? Allegedly, her father.
Oh, the legend himself, Greg Hollywood.
Apparently, Greg is his name. I don't have any confirmation on this, but this is the rumor.
I would like to have Invader Noodle's parents on for the podcast.
Where did we go wrong?
Where did they go?
Where did you guys go wrong?
Can we talk about your daughter's activity and how I woke up?
Her mom's really gotten on her case. I don't know about her dad.
I woke up one morning.
Oh yeah, speaking of her dad, she started she started taking to wear this Incredibles pajama combo. That mostly consists of like a crop top, like this basically a sports bra, and these usual like big fluffy pajama pants.
Do you think the crop top, bra top, whatever, actually came from a child's size?
Well, by the size it looks like it, but allegedly, her father and her stepmother, who he just refers to in this post as my father and his wife.
My father and mother are married.
But allegedly they bought her this pajama set. And my first thought was, and along with a lot of people who saw this, who were critical of her work, said, what kind of dad buys his daughter, like, a top that's too small for his daughter's breasts, but also is like super revealing and not flattering at all.
Like, okay, Noodles, you don't have to lie to us if you bought a pajama set, alright?
She doesn't have to lie, but I guess she like wants to, like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the point is. I guess like she doesn't want. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Also, she's down money again, but her Patreon's losing again. Anyways,
I want to tell you about the story about my Twitter experience with her quickly.
Before you do, I'll finish up this tattoo thing. So, it's weird. I don't know. It seems a little weird, and how do people know this? I don't know, but yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing to have tattooed on you. Like, people don't normally tattoo their parents' names on them until they're dead.
No, some sailors have just a heart with the mom on
Yeah,
it.
it reminds them of their mother while they're on the high seas, or it reminds them of their mother while they're in prison, if it's a prisoner with that mom tattoo. Roughly the mom tattoo, but it's not her name. It's not like Norma or Ethel. You know?
No, sometimes you do have like, the barbed wire. Sometimes you see like the barbed wire and you just see like Ethel, and you're like, oh, who's that? And like, oh, that's my mama.
Yeah, that's fine, but like your dad, like it's weird. It's like,
Okay, would you find it weird if guys can get the whole like insert mom name here and then
bad men love their mama.
Yeah, but if like say some tough girl or anything got their dad's name on it, like Greg and barbed wire or something, is that weird?
It's weird because of the way society has like.
Do you believe in society's lies?
We live in a society?
Or Kermit the Frog is praised over.
I don't know. Anyway, so it's weird if a woman gets it because of the whole way that our culture has kind of like driven women.
Is it weird if like
the fact? Okay, it's weird because women straight up use like call the men that they're with daddy. Okay, it's weird. It's weird that like. It's weird. Like men, it's not a common thing in men.
Thanks Suicide Squad Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it's not even her. She's like a product of like this old thing, like the whole women calling men who aren't their father daddy, who they're in clearly a sexual relationship with, is a thing in our culture. So yeah, it's weird for a woman to get her father's tattoo, like name as a tattoo, but it's not weird.
If, like it's some like.
But it's also not weird if
it's weird if a dude got like their dad's name tattooed.
Yes, that's weird. My dad has to be dead before I tattoo his name on it.
Someone's got like the name like Frank on it, you're like, oh, who's Frank? That's my father right there.
Because normally, if you tattoo someone's name, it's usually somebody who's dead, or your loved one who's maybe alive, like your partner. You know, if a man has another man's name tattooed on them,
it'd be weird if your.
It's either your boyfriend.
Would it be weird if your girlfriend got a tattoo that said Lycan on it?
Yes, I'd be freaked out.
No.
But anyways, like either the name is either like if a man has another man's name tattooed on them, it's either because one, they're in a relationship, two, that man is property of the other man because of a relationship maybe, or three, it's the name of a deceased person that's close to them, like a father or a cousin. You know.
Yeah. Like,
how many gangsters just like, oh, here's my.
what's that tattoo Cheeto mean? Like,
hey man, ever since your cousin Guapo died, I got ever since my cousin Guapo died, I got his name.
Right here, Cheeto, because that's his real name, Cheeto.
Yeah, my cousin Guapo, real name Dorito. No, my cousin Guapo, I put it right here, Ricky Guapo Santos.
It's always like the
1998 to 2009. Rest in peace, Ricky. Rest in peace,
Guapo.
Oh
my God, he died. He was only 7. No, wait.
1988.
Sorry, he said 1998,
1998.
He was only died.
2007. Rest in peace, Guapo. Hey, to be fair.
Wait, let's see that.
Hold on.
This 9 years old already had a nickname of Wapo, and he died at only the age of 9. What did he do?
Look, man. Considering the kind of little cousins I've had, that would not be far-fetched, okay? Guapo would exactly be the kind of nickname that somebody would have nicknamed a little kid who has a lot of confidence and has a lot of self-confidence enough that he looks at himself as an attractive young man.
Or people give him that nickname.
Because he's a handsome little boy, and he probably is...
I imagine like a little kid named Wapo. His name is Ricky, like you said. Yeah. His hair is slicked back.
Hell yeah. No, or it's like super gel and it's got that little like fleck turned up.
He's got that
classic Mexican fleck.
He's got the fleck. He always wears like jeans that are a little too baggy. He's got a nice pair of like Adidas.
And a polo shirt that's like a bright orange.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's
Wapo himself.
But also,
what's Wapo's story? How'd he go?
Dude, he lives in a bad neighborhood. His cousin Chico, he's involved with some bad people, and he fucking died in a drive-by, man. Rest in peace, Wapo. Rest in peace, Rick. Okay, this is fucked up. But
is this a real story?
Yeah, it's a real story because it happens a lot in a lot of bad neighborhoods, like that are often populated by minorities with I've been put in the bad situations because this is the fucking country you live in.
I think it's about time I clean up this town then, just in case.
No, Bummerville's devoid of minorities. Unless they're monster people.
Yeah. Oh, we got a bunch of white people living in Bummerville. We got the reverse of Get Out over here.
No, but, no, like, that could be a real story. I mean, how often do you hear of a kid dying in a drive-by because they were just waiting for the bus and they live in a bad neighborhood?
South LA.
It's fucking south side of Chicago. Almost every other day. Like,
why is it always the southern part of cities?
Oh, it's because that's where the rich folk drive, or that's where the people who are in power usually drive the disenfranchised to.
I want to get a tattoo of Dolomite on my arm.
That'd be pretty cool. See, that's a decent thing to get tattooed.
Tab, who's Dolomite? My right-hand man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Dolomite is my name, and fucking kicking motherfuckers is my game.
Guys, we're working the statue of Dolomite in Bummerville.
I'm okay with this.
It's gonna be of him doing one of his famous.
No, so yeah,
we're taking down that statue of John in the middle of Slovakia. We're throwing that to the pigs as a message, and we're replacing it with a statue of Dolomite. Once we get that Nazi doll, that is, 'cause I'm pretty sure if there's any way to honor that man, it's to have a golden statue of him.
by the way, all that gold's probably in John's hands. He's probably stolen it from the pigs, and has now probably kept the pigs prisoner. Taruma made a bad deal with the man. Like, honestly, making a deal with Jod.
I'm going to deal with the devil.
Yeah.
But the devil was big.
Tarumo fucked himself up. I'm sorry, Tarumo. You should not have trusted that man.
You think Jod...
Anybody who, like, Tarumo, you've seen every episode of Meal Boy. Why didn't you see this coming?
You think Jod would attempt to cuckold Tarumo by fucking Mariah?
Oh, of course. Jod doesn't have standards.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, so, yeah.
Maybe that's not Tarumo's kid.
I think this is... I don't know. We don't know where Jod was during this whole timeline. Anyways, so that's tattoo number 1. Tattoo number 2 is much worse. So it's one thing to have somebody's name who may or may not be your father on your leg in 2 different fonts for his 2 different names. It's another thing to get the star and cryptic letters from David Bowie's last album, Black Star, tattooed on you, but tattooed largely on your shoulder and then filled in. Because, I know it's a black star, but, like, you do not make a giant tattoo of, like, a star and then or like, some kind of, like, symbol or object and then fill it in with a solid color. Especially if it's black. Especially if it's big enough and it almost wraps around the round part of which is all of your shoulder. It looks bad.
Which is so... You could have just done it smaller and it would have been fine.
Yeah. Oh, but
that's the one she removed from her Instagram, right?
I haven't... I caught pictures of it on another forum that they managed to preserve, but I think it's definitely not on her Instagram. So I think people were like, "Why did you get?" Because here, not only does it look bad because of, like, its size and how it, like, fits on her shoulder, but also, like, you don't get, like, a big, like, solid color object on your shoulder. It looks awful.
Thanks, guys, who donate to your Patreon. This is where your money's going to.
Also, I want to meet the tattoo artist who saw that and said, like, yeah, that's fine. But because also, that tattoo artist had to, like, not only draw that giant fucking star, but also had to, like, fill it with black tattoo ink.
Which probably hurt like a mother.
Yeah, but also, like, can you imagine the tedium of, like, sitting there and, like, filling in this girl's arm?
Noodle's probably just sitting there like, oh my god.
She probably told herself, like, worth it. It's gonna be so badass. You have no idea. It's gonna be so cool.
I would have just done, like, I would have just done a star at the base of my neck, like a Joe star.
Yeah. But at least that's, like, a pinkish color, right? Or, like, you have to make it look like a birthmark.
It'd be, like, pinkish or, like, purple.
Yeah, it's, like, gotta look like a birthmark. Which, it's a bad move. Like, if you can get a tattoo of it, but make it small so it doesn't look that bad. Or maybe just don't fill the fuck... She probably doesn't even like David Bowie that much. She probably just, like, recently got into him. I don't know. I can't go around saying that. Like, you're not even allowed to get that. But, like, fine. You want to get a tattoo of somebody's last fucking album?
You should just done a tattoo of Ziggy Stardust.
At least it would have been... Also, can you imagine the cost and the amount of fucking ink that she wasted?
I'm gonna make a guess. It probably cost her $400.
How much?
I'm gonna guess it probably cost her around $400.
Yeah.
Maybe $350.
You know what? You know where all that ink could have gone instead? Something more detailed. You could have wasted all that ink filling in that star on something more detailed for that same amount of money.
Also,
probably the same.
Also, good job because now you just ruined a lot of your cosplays.
Yeah, you can't hide a big fucking black star on your cosplays.
Idiot.
Unless it's not a real tattoo and it's.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When you showed me pictures of it looked like she fucking drew it in.
All right. If this is Sharpied, how much? What if her next posts,
if her next cosplay posts have pictures of her upper body and because it's so big, you'll see like a little tip. You'll see the tip of it always on like her arm. If it's gone, then that shit was fucking fake, and I called it because that is too fake.
It's too big. It's too big to be real, man.
There's no way a tattoo artist said this is okay. There's no way they would agree to that because tattoo artists have fucking standards.
Unless she went to like a shitty one in Oregon,
even
in her dank town, where she rolls around in the mud naked, gross manure mud.
What if she's related to Trumona's boys?
Well, you've seen the naked mud pictures. What, does that not surprise you?
Oh my god. That's not a cosplayer. That's one of Trumona's boys! They put on a human skin.
Yeah.
They ginued her. They body swapped her.
They ginued her?
Yeah.
So where's the real Natasha?
Probably one of the pigs.
Probably dead. Pigs don't last long. They get eaten by either each other or by someone else. Maybe someone's already eaten Natasha, and her body's now, like, her spirit is now without a body, looking for a way to get back in. Maybe that's why this is why Noodles has been doing so badly, because the pig inside it was like hired to ruin it because Terumo heard about this and was like, "That's it. This person needs to go down. I gotta hire one of my pigs to give you this young woman to ruin her career."
So that means Trumo's fucking Frieza.
Yeah.
So that means he has 4 forms.
Yeah, one of them is an elephant armored Terumo.
So if Trumo's Frieza, then who is King Cold?
Peter Jagenis.
Oh, that makes sense.
He's cooler.
Yeah, Peter Jagenis is fucking cooler.
No, it's their father.
Big Peter.
Big Peter. Big penis.
The biggest Peter.
The biggest Peter. Kind of like best genist, it's biggest Peter.
Because we got Peter Gigantus, then we have Biggest Pete.
Biggest Pete. Peter was named directly after his father.
Because Terumo's the second son, just like Cooler and Frieza.
Terumo's also a good pig name, to be fair.
Terumo the pig.
Oh, he's rooting around for truffles. Wait a minute, that's my Nazi gold!
Oh, look. Oh, Hans, look at these stampede of pigs in our forest.
It looks like they got... Wait a minute, Ingmar. They got the Nazi gold we stashed away. Great, what do we do? I got an idea. Remember when we found that box, that crate that washed up on the shore full of Hudson Hawk DVDs? Let's put it in there.
Wait, were we supposed to replace something in the hole?
No. It's ours now.
The hole?
No, whatever. Forget. It's what's done is done. That was last season. We don't care about what happened there anymore.
Yeah, well, I still do because we released Kisaragi into.
We took care of him, didn't he? He showed up to SAC Anime with his handlers.
Oh yeah, and then we released him again.
Yeah. So I heard you had So before we go, I heard you had a Reddit deep dive.
Yeah.
We're not doing 5 anime questions. I have no questions because I haven't been watching. I've been watching anime, but it's stuff that we talk. It isn't anything that we.
Oh, so you guys want to hear another season of me talking about fucking Dragon Ball again?
Yeah, that's exactly why. Because the most recent thing that we would have, because SAC Anime was dedicated to fucking anime. So yeah, talk about I heard you we have a new segment called Tav's Reddit Deep Dive.
What is big?
What did you discover today or this week?
I went on Our Nice Girls because everybody talks about Our Nice Guys. I've had enough of the nice guys, you know.
Tav, I got a question for our listeners out there and for me. What is a nice guy?
A nice guy is Jod. Just kidding. A nice guy is like everybody knows the neck beard who's like they're a little too friendly with the girl, and then the girl's like
Maybe if I'm really friendly, she'll give me sex. Or
yeah,
give me girlfriend.
they're the people like if I'm friendly with this lady, maybe she'll give me sex in return, and she'll see I'm a nice guy.
I deserve it, not this jock boy.
Yeah, so that's a nice guy. A nice girl is a girl who's pretty much thinks the same way. Like, oh, handsome guy, I'm a pretty girl, but in reality, I got a shit personality, and this is why. Often nice girls aren't like ugly or anything.
They're not conventionally. They're not.
They're not like ugly at all.
Yeah, so they're like because the idea
nice
of the,
guys are beasts.
Well, here's the thing: like the classic pop culture, like image of a nice guy is a awkward, not conventionally attractive man,
Sweaty, overweight, neck beard.
Yeah, or just like a kind of gawky guy who's just like maybe not overweight, but also like kind of maybe like lanky or like anybody who doesn't look like your typical handsome dude who just on his looks and personality alone.
But there's a distinct smell with all of them.
Yeah, but yeah, because we're also talking about awkward guys who, because of lack of because of a lack of proper socializing, never developed a way to like approach women and be in a proper relationship because of poor circumstances.
Nice girls are pretty much like they think they deserve the guy, which is like no, it's some handsome guy, but they're a little too.
So this is weird because it's like I said, nice guys are usually like awkward, usually not good looking guys who like because of their circumstances and their inability to like form a proper socialized and acceptable social personality, pretty much decide pretty much it's the incel.
Yeah.
What is the difference between an incel and a nice guy?
Almost nothing. And an incel is pretty much just an offshoot of like the nice guy. Sometimes the nice guy isn't even an incel. Sometimes.
So you're saying like a nice guy sometimes actually manages to like get a young woman or get a woman.
Because everybody, there's always someone for everybody.
Yeah, and sometimes
I think incels just start fucking each other.
Again, yeah, that's the answer. You idiots! If you're so
a hole's a hole, guys.
Yeah, that's something I learned over the weekend.
Just start human centipedeing each other with buttholes. No, one guy fucks the other guy. Then you go behind that guy and you fuck him, and then someone fucks you, and that's it. That's the whole thing. You idiots! You guys want a coochie the whole time.
Use your man coochie.
There's this image of SpongeBob with like a cowboy. He's like, "Listen here, thought. What would I want in your smelly vagina if I got my best friend's bum right here?"
Okay, so
yeah.
I get it because hey, you know what? Once upon a time, if I didn't meet my girlfriend, I could have ended up as a nice guy.
You think so?
I think so. I think.
You think there was a chance of you ever becoming a nice guy?
I think so, because like I look back to who I was in high school and the fact that I managed to end up with my girlfriend before the end of that, and I realized like that could be that if things didn't go the way they were, I maybe could have been a nice guy, or at the very least I could have been on Reddit or somewhere complaining. Because here's the thing: even when I was dating,
your old roommate then.
Yeah, even when I was dating, I like would see things that would trigger incels and nice guys, and I could see myself like making those same arguments because again at the time I just was a monster, even though I was dating my girlfriend, but also I had to speak up for these guys who weren't as fortunate, and I realized like these guys are not worth speaking up for.
Okay, guys, like let me be like the whole thing of like nice girls that they pretty much like. They
so tell me, so what about nice girls? You're saying that you're usually conventionally attractive.
They're usually like they're like attractive. Like I don't like rating girls, but they're generally like not like they're not like unattractive. They're pretty much just like normal, average looking girls that could easily.
They're pretty. Like
yeah, they're pretty girls.
Yeah, they're just they like.
They're just a little too like, like the whole thing of nice girls is oftentimes like. Someone will say like, "Oh, that's a nice girl." Like they're a little too clingy, or like they want an action, or a little too attention grabby because Here, let me read you this example.
Oh,
of
please.
One.
I wish you would.
Here's a recent post on Our Nice Girls. Here's a drill. Good evening. I enjoyed reading your profile. How do you plan to change someone's life for the better? My goal is to take my dog to nursing homes several times a week. Here's them responding. The guy didn't respond to them. Let's see, this was a span of August 26th to September 1. So that was the span of a week.
Okay.
Week later, how considerate of you to reply. You don't make enough. You don't make enough money anyways, and you're too short. And then the guy responded, "Hi, I'm confident in my height, weight, look, age, career, and even salary." I actually meant to respond to your message and thought it appears to not have sent. I'm glad I didn't. I hope you find someone that makes you happy, as I don't believe in putting others down for any reason. Good luck, though.
Oh, no.
So, what does that tell you?
It means that this person feels like she deserves... So, okay, I can see the nice guy comparison, because, like, a nice guy feels like if they're nice...
Nice guys do this, like, it's pretty much the same thing. Nice guys will message a pretty girl, and after, like, generally nice guys actually respond way faster. After half an hour...
Oh, duh.
After half an hour, a nice guy will be like, "You're just some dumb bitch anyway. Who cares?"
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, because, like, before the internet, like, I used to see this, like, I've seen this played out when I was, like, in high school and, like, in college and stuff, and I would see guys who would, like, pretty much, like, I mean, again, even before I met my girlfriend, I thought, like, if I'm nice to this girl and I show her what a nice guy I am, maybe she'll go out with me, as opposed to, like, being forward and saying, like, "Yo, do you want to go out?" Maybe just having, having a decent personality and then just being confident and asking out. Most of these guys usually, like, either they're too awkward to, like make the first move, or they think, like, that they're above these, like, jockey assholes who they think every girl is attracted to. Just, like, so they decide, I'm just going to be a nice guy, and then that'll make me attractive.
Guys, I'll be real with you. Girls like confidence.
Most people like confidence, man. Like,
people like confidence. And if you're just going to be like, "Hi, I'm Nathan, and I'm, whatever," and you're just like...
"You want me to hold your backpack for you? I'll
if you do that, then the girl is...
You want my milk?"
Then the girl's in...
I jizzed in it.
Ugh.
Nathan, your voice.
Man milk.
Jason, your voice. Well, what about it? It changed for a second.
What about it?
No, it didn't. There it is again. Martha, please. Don't make this any difficult than it has to be.
If you want someone to like you, just be confident, be yourself.
My mother.
Follow the advice your mom always gave you, or your dad.
My mom says I'm handsome, and that any girl would be happy to be with me.
Yeah, but it also counts on your personality. Again,
my mom says I'm perfect and beautiful. That I'm a living Burt Reynolds.
Well, I don't see you being that handsome guy Sell up there waiting at that stadium.
Sell is a cock. That's it. You come here right now. You like start rolling up your arms. You throw down you start taking off your shirt. That's it. Come the far.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm gonna pause it.
Yeah, Our Nice Girl sucks.
What?
A lot of it's just like, just about guys complaining about cleaning durables.
Well, okay. To be fair, I just remembered that I have come across some Our Nice Girl stuff. Like, I remember one time I came across, like, somebody reading like a comment thread from, like, kind of like from a OkCupid, where a girl pretty much, like, kept messaging this guy that she was interested in, and he kind of wasn't interested in her, and just kind of showed off what like a shitty and kind of like, "I deserve you because I'm hot" kind of attitude they have.
Which is a lot of, like, nice girl stuff, but also I noticed that Our Nice Girls is also used for guys to just post, like, those really bad, like, memes women have. For example, here's one where some guys just, like, typical nice girl, where it's like this image. It says, "I'm not made of sugar, spice, and everything nice. Sarcasm, alcohol, multiple personality disorders, anger issues, and carbs." As if we more accurate, and someone's just saying, like, "I just okay for them to have disorders as issues and romanticize it now." I don't know. That's just also, in my opinion, that's just such a whack-ass post anyway.
It is. I know, like, one of the podcasts I used to listen to before I got tired of, like, the hosts, it became depressing to listen to. Like, it was, like, a podcast very much similar to ours, where we just a couple of guys talking about nothing, or stuff that they like. and stuff that interests them, without any kind of general theme, just hanging out. Two of them are single. Of the two of the three are single, and I've had some bad to mediocre experiences on dating apps and websites, and you're always confounded when a woman in her profile says that they have they're very like sarcastic or have a sarcastic sense of humor, and just like I don't know what that means. Like I know what sarcasm means. Why would anyone post that? And the dude literally had to like sit them down and say like their other friend who is dating and has probably more experiences with like women and like because he's also like younger than them. I had to sit them down and say like, yo, it just means that they have like a mean sense of humor and possibly a mean personality. That they're kind of unrepentant in their mean sense of humor. That's all that means.
Sometimes they're into that, but like
yeah, and like that's the thing. Like you can have like a mean sense of humor, and
because nice guys want a nice girl, and when they read that like, oh, I have a sarcastic sense of humor, they're not going to be interested in that person anymore because they realize.
But also, like the chances of them like also being kind of like a little more having a more caustic personality. Like, wow, this girl's kind of edgy. I'm not into that. Like I barely like edgy men. Why would I like an edgy woman?
It's like how, Blazing Beats' girlfriend, I would consider her to be an edgy person.
Oh yeah, I've met her once and like yeah, she definitely comes off as edgy to me.
She's very edgy. And then,
I get for somebody who is into that, that's good for them. But like for me, I'm not into like. I'm not into edgy people. Like I don't like edgy people. I don't like people who make edgy jokes or do stuff like that because it's just like because for me it just kind of shows like a lack of like you're just an asshole and why should I be friends with an asshole? Like I tolerate this. I barely not even tolerate this. I barely tolerate fictional characters who we're told are likable assholes. Like why would I tolerate a real life asshole that I'm told is likable? Like, I have a low tolerance of shit like that anymore. I don't think it's cool. It doesn't make you look cool. It just makes you look edgy, which you think is cool. And I don't think it's cool.
Edgy. There's always an edgy person for another edgy person.
Good for them, and they maybe our nice guys deserve our nice girls.
Which is why, all right, guys, I'll be real with you. No, I've taken on the two. I've taken on the Tinder scene. And oftentimes...
Oh, it's the boy!
Come over here. Special guest alert.
Come here.
He's lost in the studio. Who let this guy in?
Whatever. He'll come to us in time. Go on. No. Tinder. What have you been on?
I've scrolled around profiles and like... Not to be like, oh...
I've gone to my older brother's rumpus room. I've looked under his pool table and I've found the porno mags, Oh.
No. I know it's important.
I'm talking about my experiences.
Oh, but anyway, something I noticed that like, especially
I went down to my uncle's rumpus room. I checked under the pool table. There was a whole stack of porno mags. How did my mom never see this?
Hey, remember in Creed when Adonis goes into
yeah,
stays into what's his face's room?
Yeah. Oh god.
Paulie's room. He's like, man, Paulie.
My boy Paul Lee.
he just leaves out in the open his porno mats.
Hey, Rocky wanted to preserve Paul Lee's room the way it was when he was alive.
That's true. But anyway, not to be like, I'm not like you guys, but no, I like people that I know, especially Jod and like.
I know too.
Especially like Grog and Jod who've also used Tinder as well. I noticed that when they're scrolling, they do not read the girl's like profile at all. And I asked them, like, hey, you guys ever read a profile? Like, no, we don't have time for that. I'm like, but you guys have time to scroll and, like, swipe left and right.
What?
I've seen John make brand new accounts. Okay, here's something I've seen him do. He's made new accounts, and I just see him, he does non-stop scrolling until he gets a match.
What the fuck?
And until he's done scrolling, or until he's out of, like, swipes, he has, like, 10 matches somehow.
What the fuck?
And I'll sit here, and I'll be on Tinder, I'm like, all right. I'm like, oh, you look cool. What's your profile like? I'll never swipe. What was it? Swipe right? I'll never swipe right on someone who has no description or profile.
Or I think it's swipe left. I don't know what it is. I can't tell my life.
It's swipe right.
Okay.
I'll never swipe right on a girl who has a profile that says nothing. If it's just a
Well,
picture
duh.
of them, then I'm like, what does that tell you? What does that tell me about you?
Are you a Russian bot? Did Mark Zuckerberg send you over Facebook?
Did Mark Zuckerberg send you after me? But no, I'll swipe. I'll just swipe left on that.
You work for Putin?
What you doing? What you doing, huh?
What's all the noise in here, boys?
But no, I'll never swipe right on like someone who just has nothing on their profile, or just says like horses hate babies or something. I'm like,
Hey, that's the girl for me.
I'm like, yeah.
Tell me more about these horses that ate babies.
No, I did find a girl that just said that. Likes horses and country music, hates babies. I'm like, all right.
You sound perfect to me. What kind of country music do you like? Blake Shelton? Get out of my sight. Baby hating, I can tolerate. Horses, of course. Oh, horses, of course.
No, an equine, a canine.
Equine, canine, feline, interior crocodile, alligator.
Interior crocodile.
I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. My
Which
best
means it's
friend's
just a big ass car.
My friend's an equine suit. My friend's equine, feline, and canine.
But anyway, yeah, that's my own experience. If they have like a profile that they actually spend time on, I'm like, all right, I'll give them the time of day. Let's see if this will work out. And oftentimes they'll never swipe left on me, and that's mostly because for the longest time I took a picture of me just sitting on the john.
Tav, please.
No.
Show them a picture of you in the mayor's office with like a suit and tie. Say, you just straight up put up profile pic of Taviradio.
No.
I'll podcast off the mic here. Just straight up make a Tinder profile for your Tav character. See if that hits. Say that you're the mayor.
Mayor of Bumblerville. 10 Grammy nominated.
Yeah. Beloved food critic.
Well, food critic, Mayor of Bumblerville.
Former SoundCloud rapper called Little Lasaga or Little Mule Boy.
Yeah,
Anyways, back on mic. Yeah. Well, these nice girls just sound like really like. To me, it just sounds like a girl who has who feels entitled.
Just like how guys feel entitled to like pretty girls, like, oh, it's my birthright. Then
yeah.
there are oftentimes people of the opposite gender who also say, oh, that's my birthright. Oh, that's my uncle.
Yeah, but except whereas nice guys, Jesus Christ, you dumb cat.
You mofo, you're lawn boying.
Anyways, whereas nice guys are just whack ass dudes who are like, I can't get a girl, but if I'm nice enough, I deserve a girl. I deserve to be sexed because I was nice to a girl.
Listen, guys, if you like a
dumb
girl,
bitch, I was good to you. If you're just gonna end up with a jock who's gonna get no job because I'm gonna be successful, talking about anime titties on my YouTube channel.
All right, chill out, Digi-Bro. I know that you can't get that 12-year-old down the street, but
whereas nice girls just you should be
you should be grateful that I'm in your presence.
Yeah,
they're an anime villain.
Or just wow, you're a real nice guy. Wait, you're not replying to me as soon as I text you or as soon as I message you. Give me time, lady. I was on the John. Who's John? Are you gay? I don't deal with gay guys, but I like gay guys. They're such good friends. But if you're gay, I'm not into you.
I had one person, because I took that picture of me on the John. That's my only photo there. My description says, my description said some other whack stuff. Because I mostly made it as half a joke. I'm like, all right, this is my humor. See if I can get any bait with this. I've had one person say so are you really taking a shit? I'm like, no.
No. Wink, small winky face.
Yeah. I said no, winky face. I'm like, all right, that's
face.
cool. Sadly, we didn't go on a date with them because they just stopped responding to me. I'm like, whatever. All right, didn't care. That's cool. But I did try. But it's funny that did get some swipes.
Nice. Wow. So these nice girls are.
These nice girls are as bad as nice guys.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who feels
you cannot say one is worse than the other. Although I do think nice guys are slightly worse.
I think nice guys are.
When nice guys evolve into incels, then they're way worse.
Because that's the thing is I think when nice guys evolve into nice guys evolve into incels, it's horrible. But a nice girl.
What if a girl evolves into an incel? Will they be attracted to the incel?
We haven't heard a lot. Here's the thing. We haven't heard much coverage about incels who are women, and I think mostly because it's just like, I think women don't have that stigma of like, I deserve the sex from the women because it's my birthright. I'm a man, goddammit, and society has dealt me a bum hand. I deserve the sex. I'm a man.
Well, then be a better fucking guy. Be a better man than you are right now.
Go home and be a fan man. How am I supposed to be a fan man if I can't even get my cherry popped?
Well, that's because you're a fucking shit person. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
If you're still wondering why you're 30 years old, has your room covered in fucking anime figures.
You know what? I actually recently read that like incels actually make an effort. Like some incels actually make an effort to change their personality, whereas it seems like nice girls will land a poor sap, but refuse. But because of their success rate, they refuse to change.
And here's the thing, like with incels, you notice that they're just really shitty people. And they're just immediately like, they meet a girl, they're like, give me sex right now.
I want the sex.
Give me the... God, man, please, just give me the goddamn coochie. I need this. I'm gonna die. That's pretty much how they are.
Yeah.
But with, like, at the same time, like, you guys want coochie, then you better fucking be a nice... You better start manning up to be a coochie.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, like, guys, what if I have no testosterone? Then I'm like, okay.
Then take testosterone pills. Also, maybe, like, the woman you're with isn't into, like, macho testosterone heavy guys.
Oftentimes girls don't want, like...
Or maybe they are into it, but, like, hey, you know what? There's someone out there for you. You just gotta find them. And be a person who's acceptable.
I always believe that there is someone for everyone.
Yeah.
Whether you're a man, a fish, a crocodile, a lycanthrope, a cat, a mule boy,
a jock, a weirdo, a nerd, a popular girl, or a rebel. Sincerely, the Breakfast Club. Yeah. Anyways, that does it for our first episode back. Good to be back in the studio. Good to be back home in America, in Bumberville.
Feels good to be back. That's it.
Also, I just got a realization. I've been helping your political machine by keeping people sheltered about what's going on in the country by reading those food menus. But considering the options,
they really don't care.
I think I'm better off. I think I'm better off reading these food menus. So,
no one wants to hear about what's going on the outside.
No, I guess it's just we have our own little paradise here.
Utopia.
I guess people want to hear these menu items, so I'll just keep reading them.
Although I will say, guys, check out the car wash fundraiser to finally fix those potholes in town. So, guys, I'm gonna be real with you. The budget, I don't have time for the potholes, so we gotta raise funds for it because I'm busy building that esports arena. I think esports.
Oh, so the Dolomite statues are on the back burner now?
No, we need to get the gold first.
Okay. Well, tune in next week.
That's our priorities. The potholes, Dolomite, and esports arenas.
Well, tune in that order of least important to most important.
Yeah.
So tune in next time as we continue our saga of getting of trying to get that gold back from these pigs, or solving the mystery of the Nazi gold, and just having to infiltrate. I think next week we're just gonna have to go behind enemy lines. Go behind enemy lions.
If Frank will let us in. Granted, I am mayor, so Frank will let us in.
Yeah. Also, we have to investigate that hashtag. Also, hashtag investigate crocodile. For all you people up there who are sick and tired of this money squandering regime. I'm not trying to sow seeds of rebellion here, Tav, but I'm just saying we gotta miss that crocodile. Either you go down there yourself and check it out, or I'm going to have to go down there with a policeman. Officer Tom.
What are you guys going to do about... Okay, listen up. He's the best damn border patrol.
I just want to know what happened to Frank!
That is Frank!
No, he's a crocodile! Anyways, hashtag investigate crocodile. We'll tune in next week and we'll let you know what happened with the crocodile and the gold. We'll let you know where that's at, with the potholes, and with the Dolomite statue. And we'll let you know what happens with these cosplayers and these Reddit holes, and maybe we might even have time for some anime questions. So
maybe.
Anyways, I've been Lycan Jones.
I've been Taviradio
King of the Bandar Log, according to my college degree.
This has been Taviradio SatAM, Mayor of Bumberville. check out next time when we go live from the esports arena.
If we built it by now.
It's a work in progress. Car wash. Hey, okay, guys. Here's something that'll get people on my side. Esports arena was built. I'll allow Smash tournaments, but Smash players have to go through the car wash part.
I'm down. Anyways, thanks for listening.
See you.
Wouldn't want to